brochures that I don't have enough for everybody, but I've got some brochures that I'll pass out. But the website is www.shapiroexplore.com. And in this wonderful world of social networking, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, so we do a lot of that as well. The young people seem to really like it, and a lot of other people like it. I've kind of gotten used to it. I like it. Thank you all so much for the opportunity to speak to you. I am very, I'm sorry.
.org?
No, .com. And we've got a lot of brochures, and we'll pass them out as far as they go. So I thank you all so much. I would love to have your support. I would love to come back and talk to more of you on issues. And as time goes on, stay tuned. Thank you.
Well, that was enlightening. I'm sure the Senator will hang around a few more minutes after everything's over if you have any more questions. You know, right now, the Congress is in recess. The Senate is going to be in recess. And the health care bill is hotly debated right now. I ran some numbers yesterday. Feel free to run these numbers yourself. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the health care proposal by the Democrats in the House will cost $1 trillion over 10 years. I took the number of people that are supposedly uninsured, 47 million people in the United States, multiplied that number by the average cost of individual health care, which is $4,700. And the cost for that would be, if we simply bought every uninsured person in the United States a standard health care policy for $4,700, it would cost just over $200 billion per year to fund the operation.
Amen.
So in the long run, we could spend the same amount of money and keep government completely out if we just simply bought policies for it.
That's very true, Erwin. And then you wouldn't have this economic bureaucracy. You know, they wouldn't have jobs.
Which is why we need to start speaking with a reasonable, logical, even-tone position instead of complaining a lot and doing nothing about it, not giving counter proposals. Anyway, I wanted to mention this to you, and then we'll have Ash speak to us. There are 3 blue dog Democrats in the state of Texas that I understand are caving in. You know, the blue dogs supposedly have been resisting this very liberal health care bill. There are 3 blue dogs that are wavering, and I want to tell you their names, and I'm going to pass around their addresses so everybody can write this down. Please have everybody you know, and please do call them, email them, let them know how you're opposed to this health care bill. It's Chet Edwards is one, Gene Green of Houston, and Ciro Rodriguez. Those are 3 blue dog Democrats in Texas that we need to contact and voice our opposition to this bill. I'm just going to pass these down. Please feel free to write their address and phone number down. Do we have any other candidates in the room today? I'd like to introduce you folks to Mr. John Cooper. He's running for United States Congress in Senate, in Congressional District 16. 4. All the numbers running up. Okay, we're just going to give him a moment just to say hello, and then there's Ash Wright.
Hello. Thanks, Erwin. I appreciate that. Senator, I really agree, and I think all of us here basically agree on what you said, and I think you're going to get a lot of votes out here anyway, because I think you made things over, and I appreciate it so much. A couple of things. One we haven't talked about is a recent study that surprised me, just came out just the other day, is that amongst the economy, did you know what one of the top issues was? Crime and corruption in the government. That was right on the very top, and people are very concerned about this. And for me, my basic stance is one of the ways we keep this out of the government is we have term limits for the congressional representatives. And I'm going to push that just as far as long as I can. And I want to see our Congress and our people back together again. I don't like seeing the gap that's in there right now. And Senator, I don't think you do either. I don't think anybody in America does. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this will work for it. And then one thing you said a while ago is let's try to keep Republicans in the all over everywhere we can. And one thing about that, let's get people out to vote. Let's get them out to vote. So many of them will not vote. And so thank you very much. I'm glad just to have a few seconds. Take care of it.
Folks, the reason we're meeting today is because most of the Republican chairmen in Northeast Texas have felt like their voice has been a whisper. No influence. What we seem to care about, for whatever reason, we felt like has not gotten the attention of the folks in Austin and the attention in Washington. So we, several months ago, formed what we call a Northeast Texas GOP Chairman's Coalition. I had a better name for it, but people thought it might have been a little bit too caustic, so we decided to name it something a little bit more anemic. But anyway, we're here. We're here. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to read it. See if I've got it here. It was called The Right Side, and I have to remember, I don't think I've got my notes here about what it meant. Yes, here it is. The Republican Initiative to gild and hamper tyranny and socialism and to implement democracy education. The right side. So if anybody wants to make amendment to the bylaws, I'm prepared to second it. At any rate, we're here today because we know that there is power in numbers. We know that the voice of our total is greater than the sum of our parts. And if we band together like we're doing today, we consolidate resources. We can train each other. We can learn from each other. We can effect elections. We can attract folks like Senator Shapiro to come down and visit with us and share with us the kind of issues that we need to be aware of, so we're more of an educated voter base. If I were to take a poll in here today and ask if you believe that Barack Obama would have been elected president if all of the voters would have been fully informed about his background, does anyone think that he would have been elected president? So it's very important that now that we've got the time, we've got the inertia in our favor, let's tap into the voters. Let's educate the voters. Let's get people involved. That's why we're here today. Now we have also with us today Mr. Ash Wright. He is from the State Republican Party. Ash goes around the state basically training groups like us on how to build coalitions, how to build membership, how to educate voters, how to influence local elections. So I'm going to ask Ash to come on up. Ash, did you have any information that you wanted to pass out?
I do. I'm going to set up a few things, a couple of computers, and pass out some information. So if y'all want to eat, it'll probably take me 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll get going, and I'll be pretty quick. So.